The first tool we're going to have a look at here is our Align tool, probably my favorite tool in Revit. And what this does is it allows you to select object faces and center lines and reference planes within families and align objects to each other. And it allows you to do it in different ways. So I've just got a couple notes here. You can use the Align tool between object faces, the center lines of the objects, internal line work, like within a wall type, you might have different lines inside of there. You can align using the family nested reference planes. So somewhere within the family there can be a reference plane you can align to. You can use aligning when you're in sketch mode with floors and roofs and stairs and railings and all that stuff. You can align in a plan view, in an elevational view, in a section view, even in a 3D view. And we're going to show this all to you in this lesson here. So we use the Align tool also in single or multiple modes. So you can pick one edge and align a bunch of objects, or you can pick an edge, pick an object, pick an edge, pick an object, back and forth, doing kind of onesies. So I've just got some props here set up. And I think I'll just start by going to a plan view. So here in my plan view I've got some grid lines and some objects in here. And let me just turn my shadows on and shaded mode, maybe a little easier. So with this we can start by just say align, and it gives you a little bit of a demonstration there where you can pick an object there, and it shows you the edge, and then you pick another edge. Okay, and you can use your tab button to pick different edges within the object. So I'm just going to hit my Align tool, click on it. So now we're going to read our status bar down here, and it says select line or point reference for alignment. So you're going to pick the object that's going to be the master. I'm aligning to here. It highlights and it gives you a blue line, and then you can pick an object. Bink. That's it. Now you can pick another edge and pick an object. And you can continue doing this, picking a line, picking an object. Pick this line again, pick this object. Okay? So you can continue picking objects and then pick the edge. Pick this object, pick this edge. Okay? Pick this object, pick this side. Now if you zoom in a little closer, you can pick this object again, and if you hover over the wall it'll give you the center line. Click. Okay? Now you get to pick another edge. Well, this time I'll pick the wall first and then the grid line. Click. Went the other way around. I don't recommend moving the grid line, but you can. After you do an alignment, it always gives you the option to lock it. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay? I'm going to hit escape once, escape again. Now I can take this, because I didn't lock anything, and I can move all these objects back off of these grid lines because they didn't really align anything with it. So I'm going to move those back. Okay. Oh, these guys are talking to each other. I'm going to pull this guy off of here and then pick on here and pull this guy apart so they're not talking or touching each other. Then I can move this back over to here. So as I'm aligning, now let's take this wall and let's change it to a different wall type that has, more internal common lines, and if I want to see it I need to change over to be fine detail. Okay, so now I have some different points within that. So now I can say align to the grid line, and now when I go inside of here I can pick the edge either side, or I can pick the center, or I can actually use my tab button and pick internal edges just like that. Okay. Let's go this way instead. Okay, you can see that. So again, pick here, hover. Now look, the center line isn't necessarily right at that point. So again, you can go tab, 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 and it will cycle through the different edges that you want. Click here, tab, click. Okay, pick here again, hover over here, tab, pick. Okay, so you can align for instance, outside of concrete block, tab, click. Okay, now you might want to go in and check that. Now I need to turn my thin lines on. Escape, escape, type TL on the keyboard, thin lines. Oh, there is only one line in between there. Okay, so use your tab key on the keyboard to select internal points of any object that has multiple edges within that, and it'll cycle between the outside faces, the center line, and the individual lines within that. I can pick on this floor and say edit boundary, and while I'm inside of here I can go align here this and align here this, and that just aligned the edges. Notice I'm not moving the entire floor. Finish my sketch and then I'm out. Now once again I didn't lock it, so I can pull this guy off. So you can go in, click here, edit boundary, and then you can use your align tool and align to the edges just like this. You'll see that line show up, and then finish, off you go. So that's kind of the align tool and using it in a plan view. Now we can go to an elevational view, double click on my south elevation, zoom over here, and we can do the same thing here. Align, look, I can say align to here, different edges, right? Tab, you can pick different edges within that, or a center line is always nice. Click once, click. Okay, now this time I'm going to lock it. Click. Now I can do another alignment. Here, here. Lock it. Escape, escape on the keyboard. Now these two are aligned and locked. So that's one way of constraining. Now I'm using my arrow keys and I'm nudging this window. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Right? Pick on this guy. Okay. Using my arrow keys, or a shift arrow key is a big nudge. Okay, they're aligned and locked. I can unlock it by doing that. So you can align it, just a 1Z, or you can align and then lock it. Okay, even if they're already aligned, you can go back here, unlock that, and if you go in here and say align here to here, then it'll lock it, even though it was already aligned but not locked. Okay, escape, and then still in my align tool, now I can pick the top here, and align that with this and lock it. Escape, escape. Now look, pick on this window, nudge it up and down. Okay, good to go. Align to here, this guy, lock it. Align to here, this guy, lock. Align to here, this guy, lock. Escape, escape. Now this wall is in my way. I'm just going to move that out of the way.